That's a real question. It's not me being silly. It's not me trying to make jokes. It's a serious question. This motherfucker put his left signal on and then went straight, you bitch. That's how motherfuckers crash out here, man. Stupid motherfucker. Excuse my language. Yeah. Somebody gonna sign him. It's gonna happen. Somebody gonna buckle. Somebody gonna break it down. And eventually it's gonna be more advantageous for the team to put him on and to leave him out there. It's all about publicity, man. At the end of the day, it's all about dollars, man. It's all about money. It's all about the bottom line with these motherfuckers, man. If a person on the team is detracted from the team and reducing ticket sales, then they're not going to have a place on the team. If person being on the team boosts ticket sales, it ain't about W's. It's not even about wins. NFL care more about making money than even getting W's, man. That's a fact. W's is in. Winning is ancillary. That's just some sideshow shit. If it's taken away from their bottom line, they're not fucking with you, regardless of if you are somebody that protests the league, or not protest the league, but somebody that protests or makes a stance against the national anthem in order to bring awareness to police brutality, which is what Colin did, and it's a commendable thing. Excuse me. But I'm wondering, did Colin Kaepernick tell people, hey, don't watch football until this racist league give me a job? Did he say that? Who championed this idea to not watch the sport just because he's being treated badly? And he's not the first individual in major sports that's been treated unfairly because of their socio-political stance. I think Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, he made a stance. Nobody, I'm sure people still with him, but back then there was no social media the way it is now, so it wasn't as prevalent of a thing. But I think he didn't stand for the national anthem, or he didn't cover his heart for like a long time or whatever. You know what I mean? But he was on the team. He had the contract, and if I'm not mistaken, Colin Kaepernick had a contract 49ers. He chose to opt out of his contract in hopes that somebody else would sign him. My thing is like, that's like quitting a job before you get another job. You know what I mean? Keep the bread. If they're gonna if they're gonna cut you, they're gonna pay you everything they gotta pay you or whatever. But I don't know. It just seemed a bit impulsive. Not even the political stance, because he was still getting paid while he wasn't pledging allegiance for the national anthem or standing for the national anthem. He was still getting paid. He decided, like, look, I'm gonna take my chances and not re-sign with the 49ers or opt out. So you basically got a whole bunch of negative light on you, right? And you basically quit a team, and then you hope another team will pick you up, but you're already in a negative light. That's not smart. That's like me. I'm kind of rocky at my job right now, but they don't have any real grounds to fire me. But I guess I don't have the greatest of reputations for whatever reason. But instead of ensuring that I'm with another job, I quit this job, and then I'm hoping other people will sign me, but I don't have a favorable reputation. Yes, there have been murderers who've gotten signed back into the league. Yes, there have been alleged rapists and thieves and wife beaters and etc. Yes, there have. But I guess it's just such a fucking magnifying glass on just not being patriotic during these times that it's unfair, but it is what it is, man. It's unfair. It's a great thing that he brought awareness to it, but I'm sure he had to know that when you champion something that isn't the status quo, there's a chance you're going to be blackballed in a lot of things, man. But where is the memo of him saying, yo, don't watch the sport until I get a job in that sport? I don't see the memo. I think it's fucked up, but I'm going to still watch it. I do fantasy football. I make money off of it. I gamble. It's just a pastime. You know what I mean? There's so many industries that blackball people that deserve the job, and we still watch it, whether it's movies. Certain actors should have gotten roles. Certain basketball players probably should have been signed. They didn't have the right attitude or to fit the status quo. I mean, I could go down the line, man. to me, it's just this big fad thing. Maybe somebody from Black Lives Matter say, matter of fact, I saw the video. It was like these black dudes said, oh, we will not watch film, we won't watch football. We won't buy any of the merchandise, watch fantasy football, watch the coverage, none of that. And then mad people was just sharing that in via inbox. I ain't for it shit. That's bullshit, man. To me, that's just somebody like trying to push an agenda. Unless Colin said it. If Colin didn't say it, I don't fuck with it, yo. If he specifically didn't say, like, listen, I don't hear him telling people, oh, it's good that you're not watching the sport. I don't hear him saying that at all. And that's the thing. Okay. He gets hired. He gets signed. That still don't change the fact that the league is racist. They didn't do it because they were sincere about that shit. Like, how the fuck do people get pleasure out of a non-sincere gesture? Like, okay, here you go. Here's your job. Shut the fuck up, so people can start watching the game again. Like, how do people even want that type of, or get satisfaction out of something that's not sincere? How? I don't want nothing given to me begrudgingly. It should be like, if like an owner really came out, you know, this is messed up, and that's another thing. Don't sign him because you feel pity or you feel pressure, like the public is making you do it, kind of like on some Joel Osteen shit, where when the Hurricane Harvey was happening, and he has his mega church, which is the old Houston Rockets arena. He had the doors locked or whatever, and until he got enough public pressure from social media mainly, he opened up the doors or whatever. He didn't do that shit because it was sincere. Yes, these people needed somewhere to go, so like they're like, fuck it, we're gonna take what we can get, even if it's not sincere. But that shit is corny, man. That shit is corny that we would want to force agencies and force corporations to do shit, to champion some cause that they really don't give a fuck about. And if they buckle to it, they're not buckling to it because they care. They're buckling to it because we made them do it. You know what I mean? And I guess that's how protests work, to put people in a position, in a situation to do things that they really don't want to do. But it's still something don't sit right with me. Like, okay, say they sign him. Now he's just a third stringer just sitting on the bench in a distraction. You know what I mean? He like a $1 million a year hush money situation, just so people can stop talking about it. So Colin Kaepernick gets signed, so now we don't talk about police brutality anymore. Colin Kaepernick gets signed, so now all of a sudden cops is good. Colin Kaepernick gets signed, so now all of a sudden there's no more corrupt police officers. To me, that's not the answer, man. The answer is in who you vote for. The answer is in the lobbyists. The answer is in the money that's going to certain politicians that pass certain laws to make things favorable for certain groups. That's where it is, man. It ain't about not watching a sport. That shit is childish to me, man. That's like, yo, that's like fucking, you got a tank rolling through the neighborhood, so you're like, yo, we gonna get this BB gun and shoot at the tank, yo. That shit's still gonna smash you, yo. You don't need a fucking BB gun and destroy a tank. You need plastique. You need landmines. You need something that's more strong. You know what I mean? Like, you need something that's way more powerful. When a police, like, you know, a police officer does something corrupt and kills an innocent black person, and we know where that police precinct is, why not surround the police precinct with your freaking, with your picket signs saying, yeah, we demand justice. We just to bring attention to that. What did you say? Hold up, I'm driving right now. I can't read. We said, I don't even like Kaepernick, but sometimes you just have to stand for something. No, you definitely gotta stand for something that's right. And I think the awareness was already created by what he did, which is why we're having this discussion. But now I see a divide in the black community where it's like, oh, you watching football? What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck you, fuck you. And the other half is like, man, I'm watching football. I don't give a fuck what you think. It's like, yo, we're arguing amongst ourselves, and we are warring with each other, and we not even, like, it seemed like we're not even thinking about Colin Kaepernick or his situation or police brutality. We're just trying to figure out which group is more right than the other one, which group is more righteous. It becomes some religious shit again. You know what I mean? Like you do you. You enjoy, you protest, but you don't have to fucking shame other people to share and protest the way you're protesting. You don't have to fucking try to embarrass and belittle individuals because they don't see a political stance the way that you see it, running around calling motherfuckers like names and stuff like that just because they don't ascribe or protest the way you do. Who's the authority on protesting? Who's the authority on boycott? Who's the man that's like, this is the way you boycott and this is how you're going to do it, black people, and we're all going to stand on a united front? No, that's fucking corny, man. We gotta shame people into protesting and not enjoying something that they've liked since they were a child. Yo, he made his mark. He put himself out there. You understand what I'm saying? And he ran the risk of being blackballed and ostracized. I don't know if he really thought out the situation. I think looking back on it, he probably would have went about it a different way. But it's going to be some people that watch it, the sport, and it's going to be some people that don't. Well, why does it have to be this whole campaign to shame other black people just because they don't see it the way you do? Because when the first thing started happening, to me, in my opinion, he wasn't being sincere. He wasn't as good of a player as he was before. He was losing his starting job. This is before he started saying it I'm sitting down for the national anthem. And he's like, fuck it, listen, I'm not a starter anyway. And I see these injustices happening. It's not gonna really cost me my starting jobs because I'm not starting. So fuck it. I'm not standing for the national anthem. And I'm not saying that's the reason why he didn't stand for the national anthem. But like I said in one of my jokes, it's easy to take a knee if you're already sitting down, because you don't got that far to go. Meaning, it's easier to make a political stance when there's not much of a magnifying glass on your ability, because you're not the player that you once were. You're not as good as you used to be. Now, yesterday watching the NFL, listen, dude, it's a lot of trash ass quarterbacks out there. That shit is bad. This motherfucker Andy Dalton, he was on the bench of one of my fantasy teams. This motherfucker had 0.2 fantasy points. Dude threw 4 interceptions. He only had like 100 and something yards passing. I think he had a touch, but it was bad. Not saying Colin could do, Colin could do better than that. He can do better than that, but Andy's still a better quarterback overall. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's a lot of bums out there, and Colin definitely deserves a job, man. He definitely deserves a job, just based, not even based on his ability, based on how sorry these motherfuckers is. But like I said, it comes down to the bottom line. It's a business thing, man. They got motherfuckers breaking this shit down financially and just seeing the negative backlash, his jersey sales going down, etc. It's like, yo, people gonna stop coming to the game if we let this dude play, and it's fucked up. But awareness was like, the job was already done. Awareness was already created. But like, you gonna start watching the game if they sign him, and if he, like I said, it's always gonna be a sliding scale. So they sign him. Okay, so Colin Kaepernick is signed now, but he's a third stringer. So then what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna protest so he could become a second stringer? Okay, he's a second stringer now. So then what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna protest so he's a starter? You know what I mean? Later on in the year, like when it comes to the Hall of Fame a couple years from now, if he has a decent career, but he's kind of getting blackballed for the shit he did 20 years ago with the whole not standing for the national anthem. So 20 years from now, if he got a good career and then he gets blackballed for the Hall of Fame, you gonna boycott football 20 years from now because they won't let him into the Hall of Fame because he didn't stand for the national anthem? It's like, it'll always be a fucking sliding scale. And like I said, like, say if something happens, something tragic, and he passes away, oh, they can't sign him now because he's dead. So, okay, you never gonna watch football again because he had some type of tragedy. And I'm not wishing tragedy. I'm just making you see like how silly it seems in my eyes. I mean, I get it. I get why people are doing it, but I think it's silly when people try to. Shame other people into following their political stance, and they barely even know like the 3 different branches of government. They just doing some trend that they saw in their fucking inbox. I'm a 49ers fan. I seen all this shit come together when it was happening. Dude was stinking it up. That's why he lost his starting job. He didn't lose his starting job because he was making a political stance. He was losing his starting job because he's a bum. He had not even a bum. Once he lost Jim Harbaugh, once that whole system changed over. Like, the 49ers is just an organization that's been in utter turmoil. We had a good run from like 2011 to like 13 or whatever, but 10 years before that and 3 years after that, basically, like, out of the last 20 years, we only had 3 years. 3 good years. 17 years of just fucking confusion and chaos. It was horrid, man. So I watched my team. I know my team, man. Dude wasn't playing that good once the coaches changed and shit. He sucked. But the other quarterback, I think Blaine Gabbert or whoever it is, was so bad. They didn't, you know, they gave Colin a shot. He had some decent numbers, put up some good numbers last year for the time that he had. But he opted out of his contract. He chose to quit. He chose to quit the job before he had another secure job. That's what he chose to do. And I guess maybe he was thinking the 49ers went and signed him anyway, so he left. He made a preemptive whatever and left. But the thing is he telling anybody to boycott the league? That's what I want to know. I want to see the link where Colin is saying, listen, I want y'all all to stand with me, like he arm in arm with the Muslims and shit, the Nation of Islam, like, because they be arm in arm and shit. And he's like, yo, I don't want none of y'all watching the sport. I want y'all all to boycott the sport until they give me a job back in this racist ass league. How the fuck do that? How does that even sound, yo? Yeah. Yeah, hey, everybody need more green, man. We all need fucking money. You said that's why. So you saying, hold up, Joe? You saying he started protesting? Why? Because he sucked? No, I told you the reason why he had it. I explained Malik. I explained why he doesn't have a job now. Because it's all about the bottom line. Yo, the league don't give a fuck about winning games. The league does not give a fuck about morals. The league don't give a fuck about your feelings. The league gives a fuck about anything that generates revenue. And if it's a situation that's going to take away, look at it from a business standpoint, there's no morals in business. There's no morals in business, man. And he was looked at. From what I heard, he had a workout with the Baltimore Ravens, man. From what I heard, he had a workout with the Baltimore Ravens, but like his shorty, and this is allegedly, I don't know how true this is. I'm just going by what I heard on a broadcast. I guess his shorty said something on Twitter, like something disparaging about Ray Lewis being fucking what's his name? The dude from Django, the fucking Uncle Tom dude. I can't think of his name, Steven or whatever. And then and the owner of the Ravens was Mr. Candy or whatever. She made a meme or some shit like that, and they said that got backlash towards him getting the job. So he did have a workout. From what I heard a couple teams was looking at him. But bottom line is, yo, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They give a fuck about the bread. If all of a sudden this shit could be spun in a certain way. Yeah, there's none at all. That's why even fight? There's no honor or morals or anything like that in white supremacy. So it's like, why even fight to be a part of that shit? Yo, it's mad millionaire black people that can literally just start their own leagues and shit like that. But I guess with what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma so many years ago, it's like whenever we try to come together and put something together like that, it always gets destroyed either by like some motherfuckers literally dropping bombs on the city or Uncle Tom Blacks within the ranks that fucking disrupt the whole thing, man. I'm just a broke motherfucking dude that wait tables that's trying to be a comedian. I don't really got any much power over this shit. I'm just giving my take on it, you know. And I'm explaining why he ain't got no job. It don't got nothing to do with morals. It got nothing to do with any of that shit. It's about the bottom line. And if they can figure out a way for him to be profitable for their team, they gonna sign him, man. Yeah, exactly, Joey. Exactly. I watched the fucking 49ers. That's why he started protesting for the attention. Exactly. I've been said this shit. Now it's good. It's good that it brought attention. Like even if you have bad intentions, and you're trying to do something quote unquote good, that's the first gut feeling I had. Yes, he had bad intentions, but I'm still glad that it happened because it brought awareness to everything that's going on. And it's misfortunate that nobody's giving him a job. That shit is fucked up. They're blackballing him. But I'm telling you, they blackball him because they don't see the money in that motherfucker. They don't see the paper. It's not even about the skills. There's been plenty of people that's bums, that's fucked up individuals, but they sell tickets. Like people come out because of them. And I don't know. Like say if he was signed with more, okay, all y'all people that's boycotting or whatever. Say Colin Kaepernick gets signed to a team, whatever. Will you pay tickets and go to whatever arenas he at just to support that he's there? Will you? The Patriots signed him. Everybody hates the fucking Patriots, right? Would y'all start going buying tickets to see a Patriot games just because racist ass Boston team, Cy Holmes, man? Would you? He said, really, risk his life. I don't know about all that. He didn't risk his livelihood. He was already signed to a contract. He gave up his contract. That was just stupid. That was dumb business on his part. He had a contract. He had a contract. And I don't know if he knew the magnitude. I don't think he expected it to be as extreme as this was. Because like I said, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf did the same shit in the 90s. And he still had jobs in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take away like the dudes that put up the black fist for the in the Olympics. They didn't take away their gold medals for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Muhammad Ali took a stand, didn't fucking fight in the Vietnam War in the 70s, and he didn't play for like he didn't box for like 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? But eventually he was able to come back in and become the champ again. He was a shadow of his former self, but he still was able to come back in. So there's instances and situations historically where people made protests. You know, they made political stances against the government, and they still was able to play. They still got back in. Give it some time. He gonna get signed. But my question is, and I'm about to be out, because he gonna get signed again. If Muhammad Ali was able to fucking, if Muhammad Ali in the fucking, no, he didn't go to jail. He did not go to jail. He didn't go to jail. Know your history. He didn't go to jail. He didn't go to jail for 3 years. He just wasn't allowed to play for 3 years. But if Muhammad Ali, was able to get a boxing license and become the champion again in the racist ass 60s, no, he didn't go to jail. I know that for a fact. If he went to jail, it was for a day. He didn't spend no time in no fucking jail. That's bullshit. But he didn't box for 3 years though. He may as well have been in jail. But if Muhammad Ali was able to get a job back in the racist ass 60s for not fighting in the Vietnam War, well, to me that's way more extreme than not standing for the national anthem. If Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was still able to have a basketball career, even though he didn't stand for the national anthem. If who else? I mean, it's other people that have taken stances. There's other people in the league that have taken a knee, that are still playing in the league. You understand what I'm saying? So why is that? Are those guys that took knees or whatever not protesting and not playing football because Colin ain't getting a job? Why is it that Colin not getting a job, but it was other individuals that took knees just like him and they're in the league? There's other individuals that took a knee just like Colin, but Colin is the lightning bolt. You understand? And they still have a job. So look at the fucking hypocrisy. So now you got to ask yourself, is it about Colin or is it something deeper? Because other motherfuckers that sat down too, and we're not talking about them, we don't even know their names. That's all I got to say, man. It's bullshit. If you're going to watch the sport, enjoy the sport. Don't shit on people that's protesting it. And if you're not going to watch the sport and you want to protest, don't shit on people that's not protesting. You do you on this side, you do you on that side. Shut the fuck up and just enjoy life. And if this motherfucker get a job back, it's not going to change police brutality. It's not going to change racism. And they doing that shit. Nah, fuck that funny shit, man. I'm not even being funny right now. And they're just doing that shit for selfish reasons, man. You understand what I'm saying? It got nothing to do with morals. It has nothing to do with what's right. It's all about a big fucking freak show, man. He should have kept his fucking contract, in my opinion. Yeah. He was on pill. Yeah, I know I'm right, Malik. When I say something, I'm not right about a lot of things, but I'm a big fan of boxing. I'm a fan of Muhammad Ali. I'm a fan of the sport, and I do know about some things. And yeah, you can't run no bullshit by me like I don't know the fucking stuff. But yeah, man. He get a job tomorrow, y'all. The protest is over. Everything is good. Everything is right with the NFL. Get the fuck out of here. I'm out, man. Deuces.